A while back in a private mentoring session with a group of CEOs, HPF elite member Tim Turner asked me this question. He asked, "What scares you and how do you deal with it?" Well, I have to tell you, I don't really want to answer this question because the answer is the very thing that scares me the most in life. This is an answer that I dare not reveal to myself for 40 years of my life. But after meeting and sharing intimate conversations with so many other uber successful people, I found that 100% of them were scared of the very same thing. Frankly, when I found out, I was shocked, as I thought I was the only one who suffered with this particular syndrome. Here's what scares me the most: feeling like a fraud, that I'm not really as good as I led everybody to believe, that I am going to be found out somehow. There, I said it. You see, psychologists call this an impostor syndrome. It is that nagging, persistent fear of being exposed as a fraud. Apparently, it is more common in high-achieving individuals who find it difficult to internalize their accomplishments with their feelings of unworthiness or not being good enough. Research has shown that there is a relationship between the imposter phenomenon and the following influences: high family expectations, protective parents or legal guardians, being referred to as the smart one or the talented one or the good one or the favorite, and most particularly for those who have reached a level of success and accomplishment and have received accolades for it. You see, that certainly describes my situation. My dad held high expectations for me. He also declared me as the responsible one of the family, being the eldest. And when you achieved in our household, you were praised, you were worthy. But if you didn't, you were shunned, suddenly unworthy. Studies have found that 70% of all people, not just high achievers, feel like imposters at one time or another. It is a very real part of our human condition. No matter how accomplished you become, how confident and self-assured you are, the higher you rise, the more, human you really feel. Maya Angelou, one of the most confident and self-assured and comfortable in her own skin people you could ever meet, would say, quote, "I have written 11 successful books, but each time I think, oh, they're gonna find out now. I've run a game on everybody and now they're gonna find me out." I've mentioned before a friend of mine who rose from the mailroom of a company to the CEO chair, transforming a company who was, before his leadership, the mockery of their industry, now into a $4 billion darling of Wall Street. He is an icon of the business world and one of the most charismatic and confident people you could ever meet. You can prop him in front of an audience of 3 or 30,000 and he will have everyone on their feet cheering in minutes. He's truly a remarkable force of nature. But he has privately confessed to me that he wakes up in a cold sweat, no less than twice a month, panicked that somebody's going to find him out, that people are going to finally figure out that he's not really qualified for his job, that he is a fraud and doesn't deserve his position and doesn't deserve the life he has. My dear friend Mark Sparks, an amazingly successful entrepreneur who has repeated his success over and over and over again, having built and sold a dozen successful companies and accumulating more wealth than he can spend, when I asked him why he keeps going, why he keeps striving, he said, "If I didn't feel broke every morning I got out of bed, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I wonder every day if I am worthy of all of this. So I go after it again each day." I'd argue the greatest actor to ever live, Meryl Streep, has openly said, quote, "I have varying degrees of confidence and self-loathing. I often doubt my talent and fear that they're going to find out that I don't know what I'm doing." Actress Tina Fey described her own encounter with the syndrome in these words: "The beauty of the imposter syndrome is that you vacillate between extreme egomania and a complete feeling of, I'm a fraud, oh God, they're on to me, I'm a fraud. So you just try to ride the egomania when it comes and enjoy it, and then slide through the idea of a fraud." So what does this mean to you? That if you have ever had any of those feelings, even if you don't have the courage to admit it out loud, just know it's totally normal. You are totally normal. You are not alone. And to answer Tim's second question, how do you deal with it? Here's how. You embrace it. You don't let those feelings debilitate you, you let them push you. You see, I think this was programmed into our system to keep us on our toes, to keep challenging us, to make sure we don't wallow in boredom, comfort, and status quo. The human body functions at a higher level when stimulated by pressure. Humans are designed not to cope with pressure, but to thrive on it. It is the psychological energy that fuels our daily performances to great heights. This imposter syndrome keeps the pressure on and keeps us pushing for better every day, no matter how far we've already come. So, just do as Tina Fey described. Ride the highs, those times of extreme confidence, and enjoy it. And slide through the lows. Have them continue to drive you, as Mark said, go after it again each day.